Hey guys, welcome back. So, the biggest challenge in doing this video is to not cry because today has been one big emotional day for me, you guys. And I've been one big bundle of tears. And it's been a good tears, you guys. I'm all like tongue tied because y'all just don't get it. Y'all just don't understand like what this means to me. But it's been just one big day of just a bundle of tears. And like I said, it's been good tears, not bad tears. So if you guys are looking for some negativity, drama, gossip, this video is not for you. But if you're looking for some positivity, some great news, stay tuned because I have plenty of great news in this video to share. And I feel so grateful, so thankful, so happy, so blessed, like in my life right now, you guys. So as you guys know that I'm actually in my third year of my PhD program in clinical psychology. And today officially marked my last day of my first practicum, y'all. My first clinical practicum. That is a huge deal, you guys. Big deal. I successfully completed it. It's a lot of work I put in. I've been doing it for this past academic year. So from 2017 up until now, I've been working at my first prac. 800 hours, you guys. Within the program, we are required to do three practicum sites. That was my first one, working in the Valley with a group of adults with intellectual, developmental disabilities and severe mental illness. And it's just been a wonderful experience, you guys. Like I said, I really don't have anything negative to say. Just positive things, you guys. Like, I'm just so happy. And it's like, where do I begin? So I'm just going to go ahead and get right into the video because it's like, I have so much to share. And my biggest challenge, like I said in this video, is to not cry because I just been one big bundle of tears today. It's crazy all day today. And I didn't even expect it. Like when I went to work today, being that it's my last day at my practicum site, I did not expect all of this, you guys. But I have so much to show you guys. So let me just go ahead and get started. Oh gosh, y'all. So first of all, I come in to my job today and I'm gonna show you guys. This is on my desk. This, you guys, is on my desk, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? What is this? So put that down. So I open it and I already know who it's from. It's from the program manager at my site, and I have this inside. So this is so cool. Like she specializes in making awesome party favors, you guys. And this is a cute water bottle. I guess she knows that I love water. I love to drink. That's pretty much all I drink is water. So this is inside. This is just one thing that she got me. She actually made this handmade pen and it says, "Let that spirit shine." Like, so cute, you guys. This is like custom made, you guys. I haven't opened any of this stuff, so as you guys are seeing it, like I am kind of seeing this stuff for the first time, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm all tongue tied. So let me see, can I get through this? Yes, Black Excellence. So she made this. This is beautiful. And then a card. Now look at this cute little card, you guys. This is just the most adorable thing. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just so humble and very appreciative when I get gifts. But so I open it up and it reads, "Dear Danielle, let me start by giving you thanks for all of your help and for all of the fun and craziness at," and she's named the program, which I can't share with you guys the name of the program that I worked at. "It was a pleasure and best of luck." And she leaves her name. And I'm like, oh, this is too cute. This is just I just feel so blessed, you guys. So this is when I first walked into my office today. I see this on my desk and I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is beautiful. But it does not end there, you guys. So like I said, today just has been one big bundle of tears and just gratitude and thanks and blessings, you guys. So that was from the program manager, case manager, where I work. And actually, before I even get to my site, I should have started with this, because before I even get to my site, you guys, you guys know I take public transportation. So, I'm getting off the bus and I'm walking, towards the program, and I see one of the one-to-ones is also a staff who works at the program, right? And y'all, look. Remember, guys, I just made a video the other day on my first dashiki, right? And you guys have to go back and watch that. But I talked about, buying my first dashiki and everything, and learning that it wasn't necessarily an authentic dashiki. And so she had promised me that she was going to bring me an authentic one, you guys. And look, she's from Nigeria, by the way, but she kept her word and she brought me a dashiki. So check it out. And she was like, congratulations on your last day. And I was like, thank you. This is just beautiful, you guys. Like today, I swear I did not expect all of this, you guys. So I just felt so blessed. So that's a dashiki. So much to share with you guys. I just feel so blessed and just so grateful and thankful. So that was that. So I get to the program, and like I said, the first thing I saw was the gift from the program case manager. And of course, I carried on with my activities as usual. So, I led my group today. And basically, the topic of the group was my farewell, to the clients, just letting them know that I'm parting ways with the program. This is my last day. And, it's been much of a pleasure working with them. It's just a bittersweet moment. And their reaction, it was just so sweet. They were like, oh, we're going to miss you. And I'm like, I'm going to miss you guys too. But, of course I'm going to come back and visit, and I have to now because I told them that I am. And I just feel like I'm obligated to, because they're just like, we're going to miss you. And they're just like, we want you to come back. We want you to come back. And I would say, like, at the beginning of like a few minutes into my group, one of the clients just started crying, and she just started busting out crying. She was, I guess, feeling very tearful and emotional. And I'm just like, please don't start crying, because it's going to make me cry. But, I went ahead and I finished my group. Before I finished, I was checking in with my clients just to see, what do they have any plans for not Memorial Day, but Labor Day weekend. And, we kind of talked about that and so forth. And so I ended my group, and then I met with my supervisor, for my last supervision meeting, you guys. And this is where it began, you guys. This is where the tears began, because the meeting was so positive. Like, he just had positive things to share. He was giving me he gave me so much support. He was just telling me how he appreciated me being there, that I was a great intern, like, just positive things, you guys. And I don't think you guys understand, like, what it really meant to me, when he was saying this thing. Because, by the way, and I've already made videos about this previously, how we go through this process called a match process, basically in California, psychologists in training, where we have to get matched to different clinical sites. And so my first site, technically, that I got matched at was a child site doing assessments. But the day before I was supposed to start, the supervisor actually she backed out because something ended up happening, something related to politics ended up happening. So she ended up having to back out from her role as a supervisor, which basically meant that I had to find, me and other interns who were placed at that particular site basically had to find a whole nother site. And so I had to go through the whole process of, second rounds, and I got matched at another site, and I got the offer, but they withdrew it, you know, for political reasons. And then I got placed at this site. So it was kind of like the third placement that I had for my first practicum before I even started gaining hours, right? And so, of course, I was just so grateful to be there. And my supervisor today, he just commended me, you guys, on, you know, my work, and just had only positive things to say. And at the end of our supervision meeting, you guys, like, I tried so hard to fight the tears, but I couldn't, you know. The tears just began to fall. Hold on, you guys. Let me position this because the sun is changing. But I tried so hard to fight back the tears, but I couldn't. The tears just began to just come down. They began to fall. And I was like, oh my gosh. And the moment I began to cry, like, he got the Kleenex box and he handed me a tissue, and he was like, you know, I didn't mean to make you cry. And it was like, if you, it's like, you leave out of here crying, people gonna think that I'm, you know, slapping you around or whatever. And I'm like, no, but I'm just an emotional person. Like, I don't know, like, I'm very in tune with my emotions, and if I feel like, you know, I feel like crying, like, I'm gonna cry. And the tears they were falling, you guys. I just couldn't stop the tears from falling my face. Like, I know I was just looking ugly, just crying, but I didn't care, because his words just resonated so much with me, you guys. Like, his words, it just went straight to my heart. You know, there's the positive words, affirmations that he was giving me. And then, you know, of course, race came into the conversation, because he knows that I am very much into race relations. And he mentioned how, you know, being a white man and me being an African American woman, he kind of understands the difficulty, you know, that, you know, I experienced, obviously, you know, just being in a certain context. And he mentioned how this is, I think, what did it, you guys. It was like, I want the best for you. And he says that, you know, considering how in our field in psychology, most psych students and psychologists know this, that initially psychology was laden with white male psychologists. That's pretty much who dominated the field of psychology. And y'all, excuse me, you guys, excuse me, Joseph, but I am not going to text you. I find it be very disrespectful that you have been calling me via Facebook. And I don't know why people do this, but please don't call me via Facebook. I don't even know why Facebook allows that. I have to somehow block that feature and block you guys from calling me. Do not call me via Facebook. And do not interrupt my video to try to distract me from what I'm talking about. So let me get back on topic. So he said, you know, he mentioned how in the beginning of our field, basically how it was white male dominated, you know, and how he really wants more diversity in the field, you know. And he was like, I want to see the best for you. And he's giving me all these best wishes, and he's saying that, you know, I think there should be more African American women in the field of psychology. So he's really supportive of me. He's really encouraging me just to keep going. Y'all, just positive words, y'all. I wish you guys were there so you guys can hear his exact words that struck a nerve in me. And it just brought me to freaking tears. Because you guys know the racial context that it's a lot going on with race relations and racial discrimination, racial oppression, police brutality. And to hear those kind of words come from my supervisor, being that he is a white male and I'm an African American woman, and he's saying, I want the best for you, and I want to see more African American women in the field of psychology, so I support you 100%, you know, full speed ahead. I'm just like, thank you, you know. And he's going over my evaluation with me, just giving positive feedback, you know, just saying that I'm very competent, you know. He just wishes the best for me. And I just, y'all don't understand. Like, I felt so grateful. And I'm just sitting across from him like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to hold back the tears, but they just fell. And like I said, he handed me the tissue and he was like, it's okay to cry, you know. He was like, that's the thing, men are socialized not to cry, you know, women are more in tune with their emotions. And he was like, in fact, I think women make better psychologists. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. I'm just like, like, y'all, he just had me crying up in there, y'all. But eventually I was able to gain my composure, you know. And y'all know, like, I'm very expressive when it comes to myself, my emotions, just being very authentic, you know. So I'm like, why hold back? Like, you know, that was just me being myself, you know. It wasn't me acting or anything. It was just me being my true authentic self. And there was a connection there, you know. I was like, I can tell this history was being made when he was speaking those words, you guys. And I'm not done. There's more to the story. Today just has been the best day. I don't know, maybe in 2018 for me. Just been a very great day for me today. So I feel so blessed, so invigorated, just very enlivened, you guys. Like, if anything has motivated me to just keep going, my last supervision meeting with my supervisor, my former supervisor now technically, but I'm still calling him my supervisor. You know, my last meeting with him really has motivated me, you guys, to just keep going and to let me know that I'm on the right track, you know, like I'm doing things right, things are going well, and I'm just feeling so blessed. So I'm trying to remember everything, make sure I don't miss anything. So we ended the meeting, and you know, I'm sitting outside of this part, and of course I live in Hollywood, so it's a lot of noise, and they're doing tours and all of that. So we ended the meeting, and then, you know, I take a break, and then he peeks into my office, and he's like, he asked where my co-intern is, and I was like, I don't know. Why, what's up? And he was like, because I want to facilitate, you know, lunch for you guys since it's your last day. And I'm like, it just keeps getting better and better and better. So not only did he give me so much positive words of encouragement and great feedback for my evaluation, because as part of our training, you know, and as part of our training as psychologists and our work, you know, under this licensed supervision of a licensed psychologist, under the supervision of a licensed psychologist. Look at me, you guys, like I'm just all over the place, excuse me. But as part of our training under the licensed supervision of a psychologist, we get evaluated. And so he was going to my evaluation, and not only did he give me a very strong evaluation, but, you know, he paid for my lunch, and he allowed me to keep the change, you know. It wasn't like it was like hundreds of dollars, but, you know, I feel like anything, I'm just very grateful just for anything, because like I said, I don't really go around in life just expecting these things, right? So I think it's just a blessing when people do things that they don't have to do. He didn't have to do that, you know. He could have said, all right, you know, do my evaluation, you know, said those words, and that's it. But, you know, he paid for lunch, and he was like, you know, keep the change, you know, I appreciate you. And I think just his words alone was just priceless, you guys. But that's not it. So get back from lunch, from eating out and everything. Had a great lunch, by the way. My another a person that works at the program, she actually cooked. Now, she's always cooking, right? But she actually cooked, you know, because it was my last day. And I'm just like, wow. And I came back into the kitchen area, and I was like, it smells good in here. And she cooked some chicken. She cooked some potatoes, some rice. Like, she made me a plate. This is actually the plate here. And I'm just like, I'm going to tear it up after I finish this video and I go home. But I'm just like, thank you. This is just, it just keeps getting better and better and better, y'all. But that's not it. That's not it. So while I was away at lunch, they were doing some stuff behind my back, you guys. Like, I get back, and one of the clients is like, Danielle, I made you a card. I made you a going away card. And it's funny because ever since I made the announcement during my therapy group this morning, like the clients was just so like warm to me. They were like, you know, we're gonna miss you, Danielle. You know, you're such a great intern. Just making it this big thing. Like I really felt like a celebrity today, you guys. I'm like, you guys are just making me feel like a star. I'm like, wow. You know, not that I don't feel like I deserve it, but I just felt like they went overboard. They really did it, you guys. So check this out. This is what they gave me, you guys. Now I have not opened it, but a few of the clients are already giving away and told me that they had made cards for me, right? So I'm gonna open it on video. Now, of course, I cannot show you guys because I know some of them probably put their names on it. So I have to be very careful about how I do this, but I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read to you guys. Oh my, this is a lot, you guys. Look, I'll show you guys the back. I don't want to show you guys the front because it has kind of confidential information. But y'all, look, all of these they made handmade card. Each one of my clients, you guys, like y'all don't understand. This is big. Stuff like this, I hold on to stuff like this. I never let it go. But this is actually the back side of the cards. And I can't show you guys the front side because it has confidential information on it. But y'all, this is just beautiful. So y'all, like, I'm just like, oh my gosh. I feel so special. It says, we miss you, Danielle. We'll miss you, Danielle. Best of luck. Oh, this is just this is just so amazing. Oh, like now this is the part I hope I don't cry, y'all. I already can see the tears are coming. So this is beautiful. And they actually drew pictures at the cover. Let me show you guys and cover the name. So this is one. This is so cute, like so artistic. Oh my gosh. We'll miss you, Danielle. Oh my God, dear Danielle, I'll miss you a lot at the program. I care about you. Oh, so sweet. Oh, y'all, this is just. Oh, a train. I don't know what am I gonna do, y'all. What am I gonna do? This is just amazing, y'all. And they made these cards as a gift to me, as my going away gift. Like, I'm just reading these, you guys, by the way. This is, aww. And see, being that they have developmental disabilities, some actually, you know, they can't spell, but I can kind of understand what they're trying to say. It's just, it's the thought that counts, you know? It doesn't matter if they can't spell. Who cares? It's like, oh, it's just so beautiful. I want to be able to show you guys the cards, but I can't because it has their names, and I can't reveal their names, but this is just so beautiful, you guys. Like, aww. So memorable. It's like, I can't forget this. I will never forget my first practicum experience as a PhD student. Like, look at this. Aw, thank you for everything. Enjoy your next step of your career. I wish you the best. Aww. I think, you know, like I said at the beginning of this video, my biggest challenge is to not cry. I think I'm all cried out. I've been crying all day, y'all, and like towards the end of the day, right after I came back from lunch, I'm sitting in the hallway and a client comes up and she's like, "You're gonna miss you, Danielle." And I just started crying. She was like, "Are you gonna come back and visit us?" I just like, where are these tears coming from? Like, why am I such a big crybaby? You know, I'm trying to hold it back, but I couldn't. I'm just crying. He's like, "We're gonna miss you." I'm like, "Yo, stop it. Stop, stop, stop." They just kept saying it. "We're gonna miss you." And granted, it's like nearly 30 clients. So I got like, "We're gonna miss you" from 30 clients today, on top of staff, and then the words from my supervisor. Y'all, beat it, beat it. Like, oh, y'all, they really put a lot into these cards. Y'all, they really put a lot into these. You know I am going to keep these. I might have to frame them, you know? Like, this is a major keepsake. I love you very much. Have fun in your job. I will miss you. Aww. Danielle, I'm going to miss you. Thanks for sharing your love, knowledge to me and my friends. We had fun while you're here. Good luck, Danielle. Oh, yo. Get well soon. It's so cute, y'all. I wish you the best. Good luck. Happy face. Aww. Let me see. Staff was telling me, "Did you see so-and-so's?" Is one client. I'm like, "Oh, what did he say?" So, oh, like, oh, that's so sweet. Oh, like the program loves you. Oh, everyone's just giving so many hearts. Love you. Oh, yeah, I'm going through every single card, so. Bye-bye, Danielle. Oh, this is cute. Let me show you guys this. This is just too cute. Oh, look at that. This is just too cute. Like, you can tell they put their hearts into these, you guys. This is what matters. I will never forget these clients, you guys. I will miss you. Aww. What have... Oh my gosh, no. See you around, don't be a stranger. Ah! Oh my gosh. I can't share that one with you guys. This is just too sweet, y'all. And it's like, aww. Aww. They really did it. Wow. They really put their hearts into this, you guys. You can tell. Aww. Aww. I'm just like, oh, too bad you guys can't see. Too Too bad you guys can't see, but you can just only imagine. Ah, it says tomorrow. Because on Fridays we do karaoke. The clients do karaoke, by the way. I don't do karaoke, but the clients do. And one of the songs that one of the clients likes to sing is tomorrow. Oh. It's like they put slogans, they put phrases that they knew I would remember them by. Like, it doesn't get any sweeter than that. Y'all, this is just too much. Oh, I feel so grateful. This is just beautiful, y'all. Oh. Wait, it looks like some made 2 cards. Isn't that something? Oh, all right. I think that's it, you guys. Now I'm gonna go home and cry. I'm not gonna cry on camera, but I will go home and cry. I'm gonna try not to cry on camera anyway, because I have to end this video, you guys. I'm tying the ribbon back because they wrap it up like in a little bow. It's not as cute as they made it, but oh gosh, y'all. I'm gonna go home and just crying is good. Crying is good for the soul. I don't want to end the video just abruptly because I feel like I have to cry. But oh, I don't know how to end it. I'm speechless. After reading those cards from my client Shaw, my last day at my first practicum site, I am speechless. So I'm just grateful. Grateful. And life is like, I said I wasn't gonna cry. I'm just a big crybaby. I can't help it. I think when people watch my videos and they see me cry, they don't know my story. That's what it is. And so to them, they look at me and they're like, oh, she's crying. She's like so emotional. But that's why I wrote my story, American Dreamer, because many people just don't know. I've been through so much in my life, you guys. I've been through so much in my life that I talk about in my book, American Dreamer. So when I see like positive things like this, it just it touches my heart in a very special way. Oh gosh, I know it seems like I'm a big crybaby, and I can easily just shut the camera off, but you know, I want to end this video on the right note, and I want to just go ahead and get my final words out. Life is just amazing, guys. I said I was gonna go home and cry, which I'm probably still gonna go home and cry, but life is really amazing, you know. It really is. It's really amazing to see. Like, you just never know, you know. You just never know. I'm such a big baby. But I've been through a lot in my life. That's why, you know, I had to write a book on it. It's American Dreamer. It's going to come out around the time I finish my program. And I just appreciate everything that happened today. It's just been beautiful. My time working at the program in the Valley has just been a blessing. Working with that population, I haven't worked with adults with intellectual disabilities to that extent because, pretty much all of my clients there had an intellectual disability, developmental disability and mental illness. And it's just a blessing because people cast so much judgment on that kind of population and just not understanding that they are people, just like all of us. And they're just a sweet group. They're so sweet. And there's like this rule within our field that, oh God, it's like I'm crying, but I need to cry. I need to cry. I need to. It's tears of joy. It's tears of release. It's therapeutic to cry, and it's like there's this rule in our field that, oh, you can't give the clients hugs, right? And today is was a very special day, and many of the clients came up to me and they were reaching out to give me a hug, because I was terminating with them, and it's just deeper than therapy. It's more of a humanistic type of thing. It's a relationship. It's not that you just treat clients, but you develop a relationship with them. And just seeing that this group is just so sweet. I've worked with a variety of clients, children, adults, with substance abuse, just varying different clinical populations. And I just feel like the group that I just finished working with was a really sweet group. And I really appreciate the experience and opportunity to be able to work with them. I appreciate the supervision that I received, support, and everything. It means so much to my development as a psychologist. And no, I don't cry about everything, but I do cry about things that, if it touches my heart, I cry. Some people may watch this and say, oh, she's crying. But if it touches my heart, I cry, and what they did for me today really touched my heart. The staff, my supervisor, the clients, it's just beautiful. And I feel like what better way to end my first practicum than on this beautiful note. This beautiful note. And I know that I've chosen the right field to go into. It's just beautiful, but I have to end with a joke. My supervisor, he was like, it's nothing wrong with crying, it's beautiful. And he was like, he applauded women for being able to, he admired women, for being able to be in touch with their emotions and express their emotions, whereas men, keep their emotions bottled in. They can't cry. But he was like, but if you cry more than your clients, then that could be a problem. I just started cracking up. I was like, yeah, that's true. Of course, can't just be crying. And the funny thing is that I've had sessions with clients, and I don't cry in session, but moments like this, like they're giving me gifts, and it's my last day, and they're saying, we're going to miss you. Of course, that's just human nature. And, it's sad that I even have to explain this, but you have people who walk around with this hard exterior, and they're tough, and they're bad, and it's just like, oh, don't cry, and it's just like, crying is just like being, if you're happy, people, when they're happy, they cry. When they feel relieved, they cry. And for me, it's just, I feel so blessed, and I see a bright future ahead for me, and for my supervisor to give me this stamp of approval, for him to say, way to go. You did great work here. You're going to be missed. You're appreciated. I'm just like, that really means a lot to me. And I think maybe because I'm so emotional, I can't articulate very well how much it means in this moment. And that's also another reason why I'm a writer. I can put it into words. I can type it out. And it's definitely going to be in my book, American Dreamer. But this just means so. Just know this means a lot to me, especially in the context that we live in this society that we live in. It really means a lot, for it to be my first practicum as a PhD student. I just feel blessed. Let me go, because I can just sit up there and be crying. So let me go. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for your support. Just know that these are happy tears. And I just feel so blessed where I am right now. And actually looking forward to my next project. They're like, where's your next, where are you going to be working at next day, yo? And I'm like, actually, I'm going to be working on a whole nother side of town with a whole nother set of clients, you know. I'll be working actually with predominantly, mostly African-American clients, higher functioning. And it's going to be on the opposite side, you know, near the airport. My first project was at in the Valley. And it's just a blessing. I feel great. I just feel motivated, and I gotta go. Thank you guys for tuning in, and catch you guys in the next one. Woo! It's amazing. Like, life is amazing. I swear, it's amazing. This is just like icing on the cake, and I know it's just gonna get better and better and better. Not to say I'm not gonna experience more challenges in life and more tough times, but the good outweighs the bad all the time. And it's good to see. I think what strikes me so much is that it's good to see that there are still good people in the world who care. All right, let me go. Catch you guys in the next one. Love you guys. Bye.